Samsung works hard, but this fake phone company works harder. This is a brand new Fake S24 Ultra. It's a one-to-one copy, and in the past, these phones have seriously surprised me. In this video, we're going to be doing a detailed side-by-side unboxing experience and comparison from the real one to the fake one. We're also going to be seeing just how far they went and if they implemented Samsung's all-new AI features. Also, stop asking me where I get these because I'm not going to tell you. Scamming people is bad. Before we even open any of these boxes up, I'm already noticing a pretty dramatic color difference between the real one and the fake one, with the fake one being a little more gray and the real one being a pretty normal deep black. The box is obviously the first place you'd start when looking at a real one and a fake one. Oftentimes when people try and sell these fakes, they sell it sealed in box, so you don't really check it out. Obviously, I don't recommend you do that. If we lift this up over here, you can see on the real one, the text is slightly different from the fake one. This has a bit of a bolder text with a bit of a brighter white. The real one says IMEI 1 and IMEI 2, while the fake one just says IMEI. As usual, the IMEIs do correspond to a real Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, so that is not a feasible method to determine whether a phone is fake or not. If we head over to the back of these boxes, now you can see some less subtle differences. Obviously, we have some text along the actual peel here. It says, "Do not accept if seal is broken," which is not something that the real box has. We also have a little bit of a weird message they left for us over here. Some pretty interesting spelling mistakes they got going there. Something we typically don't do is weigh the actual boxes. I'm curious to see if the weight is pretty much the same as the real S24 Ultra, and if it is relatively similar, that just goes to show how much work this company actually puts into these fake devices. That is surprisingly close. They basically weigh the same. Now, let's see if they look the same. We'll turn both around and we're gonna unbox both of them at the same time. We'll remove the peels. The fake one actually felt nicer than the real one. So the real peel actually uses paper. You can just rip that in half, while the fake one uses plastic, so you can't really rip that. Now it's time to take a look at the contents of these boxes. We'll go ahead and get that satisfying or not satisfying drop. There we go. Take a look at that. Which one is which? I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. This is obviously the fake one, but it looks so surprisingly similar to the real one. There is this weird bubble down here. Let's take a closer look at that. Oh, okay. It appears the back glass hasn't been adhered properly and is slightly lifting up on the fake one. Yeah, that's not good. Anyway, we'll put these aside for a quick second, and we're actually going to take a look at the contents of each box because I really want you guys to be able to tell the difference between the two without even looking at the device. So obviously, right off the bat, the same thing applies with the color. The real one has a darker black, while the fake one is kind of grayed out. They also sized the text on the fake one a little too big compared to the real one. Let's see what's inside. So this is the fake one I'm opening up right now. It's a little bit more messy. So right off the bat, we have USB-A to USB-C, which I'm willing to bet a lot of money that the real one comes with USB-C to USB-C, not USB-A to USB-C. We also have a SIM ejector pin, and it comes with the Samsung Start Guide. Let's take a look at the real one. So inside the real one, we can pull this out. We have this neat and organized tray. Same orientation as the fake one. They managed to get the cardboard right. We have the SIM ejector pin, which is slightly different, but that'll be very hard to tell. The start guides are a little bit different, but I guess these differ from region to region, so not really a good telltale. But if we move this aside, as I said earlier, yes, we do indeed have USB-C to USB-C, not USB-A to USB-C. Now that we got all of that out of the way, it's time to turn these over, remove the peels, and boot these phones on. They even copied the boot screen almost exactly. Obviously, there's some subtle differences though. And we have both of these phones booted on. So it does look like on the right side with the fake, they are using an LCD. And on the left side, obviously, we have one of the best screens in the market, the S24 Ultra. You can tell right away that the bezels are honestly very similar, aside from the bottom chin over here. Obviously it's much larger, but if we take a look at the side by side, the bezels are actually not far off, which is pretty impressive, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna go ahead and go through the start menu and get these phones activated and take a look and see if they implemented the Galaxy S24's AI features on the fake phone. I'm really curious to see if they did. We now have both phones activated, and it's very hard to tell the difference at this home screen. Of course, when you get to a white screen, you can see that ugliness around the camera, and that's just a dead giveaway. We're gonna go ahead and go through the software and see what the major differences are and what surprises the fake S24 Ultra has in store for us. Now, the first thing we're going to do is head over to settings on both of them, and we're gonna go ahead and click About Phone. Now, if we go to software information, it says it's running Android version 14, which is what it's supposed to. Although if we click this a few times, boom, you can see it's running Android version 7, which is Android Nougat, which is very old. If we click the real one a few times, obviously we get the real Android 14 animation. We'll get out of that. Something I was really surprised to see is that they actually released software updates for these fake phones. It's only 53 megabytes, so I doubt it fixes much, but they are actually releasing new software past the selling date, which I find to be extremely odd considering it's obviously a fake device made to scam people, but I guess that's what they want to do. According to CPU-X, the fake phone is rocking a MediaTek 6580 as the CPU and a Mali 400MP as the GPU. That's the same chip that the Galaxy Beam used. The rest of the information on here is unfortunately very hard to verify, but it's definitely not a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 that the original is rocking. It's time for the camera and microphone test, but in front of me I have the fake S22 Ultra, the fake S23 Ultra, honestly not sure how that happened, and the fake S24 Ultra. I just want you guys to appreciate how much better their camera game has gotten. Take a look at the difference. The fake S24 Ultra's cameras look extremely believable and honestly extremely real. However, just like all the other models, all of these are fake. There's nothing behind this. It's just this one. And we can confirm that by taking a spudger and just pushing down on this. And you can see that it does give way, meaning it's plastic. But the one up here is actually glass, so it's not giving in at all. And the same goes for all of these. They're all fake. We're gonna take the fake S24 Ultra and the real S24 Ultra to an undisclosed location and test out the cameras and microphone. Hopefully they did a better job this time around. This is the camera and microphone test of the real S24 Ultra, and this is the camera test and microphone test of the fake S24 Ultra. It's pretty terrible, and I'm also pretty stuck right now, so can someone send some help? Yeah, the cameras were just about as good as they usually are. Now it's time to test out the AI features. To access the AI features on the real S24 Ultra, all we have to do is press down and hold, and then we can just circle something, and there we go. It uses Google Lens to circle to search. If we do the same thing with the fake S24 Ultra, yeah, looks like they don't put as much energy as they do with the fake S24 Ultra compared to the fake iPhone 15 Pro Max, because they totally reprogrammed the action button on that phone. Circle to search isn't the only AI features that Samsung added this year. If we head to camera on both, we'll go ahead and take a picture of our easy button. Now we can select the picture, and on both we're gonna go ahead and hit edit. Yeah, there's no AI features on the fake S24 Ultra. They didn't even attempt to fake it at all. On this one, obviously, you can do generative fill. So I can select the easy button. I can move this over here, and then I hit generate, and it'll fill in the blanks for me. That's terrible, by the way. What is this? No AI features sucks, but I want to see what kind of changes they made to the internals of the fake S24 Ultra this time, because the cameras look so much more believable, and overall the build of this phone feels so much better than the last year's fake S23 Ultra. We're gonna quickly open this up and see what the inside looks like. The camera seems to go on top of the battery, so you know, it can't be real. We'll go ahead and hit this with a bunch of unscrews. We'll remove this plastic bracket here, and that is the Fake S24 Ultra. Obviously, we have the fake cameras. They're just on this bracket, not actually on the device. Over here, we have what looks to be another SIM slot. Not really sure why that would be. Oh, oops. The actual board itself is being held by these two screws over here, which are directly putting pressure on the board, which is a big no-no when you're actually building a phone. Down here, we have our battery. It's a 4500 milliamp hour battery. We have the subboard, which obviously has the SIM slot, the charging port, and it also says SUB, which stands for subscribe. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy these kind of videos. And yeah, that is the Fake S24 Ultra, guys. I really hope none of you guys get scammed when buying a used S24 Ultra. Just use this video as a reference. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Peace.